world?
I think it was a reality check for each one of us to realize that so much had been achieved by each of them despite the difficulties that they faced in life.
Going through their lives is such a beautiful experience because it inspires you to do more, it inspires you to see the world in a different way, it inspires you to live your life to the fullest.
I would now like to invite on stage Mr. Krishna Chaitanya, partner Ernst Young, to say a few words on the process and the validation of the awards.
Thank you very much, Carrie. I think Mr. Ranganathan, Jayashree, dignitaries in the event, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. It's indeed my pleasure, my privilege and honor to be in front of all of you today to give you an insight about the process that happened prior to the selection of the final awardees. But actually, technology is replacing everybody all over the world, and today you saw that audiovisual also has partly replaced my role here today. So it made it easier for me to communicate what I need to say. And so I'll just add to what you've already seen in the audiovisual. So making a final selection of awardees is not an easy task. A lot of activities actually take place prior to us coming here, as well as prior to the jury meet also. Starting right from the construct of the awards for this year, the evaluation criteria, the rollout, outreach, receipt of nominations, then processing of the nominations, shortlisting by the pre-jury, and then the final jury meet where very qualitatively the jury members go through the various nominations, very constructively deliberate, and finally make the final selection of awardees. So having been with this awards for a couple of few years now, I can confidently say that it's a very big, the one big learning that I've had at least is that there are no winners or losers in these awards. Because the quality of the nominations, each of those nominations were truly inspiring stories of courage and resilience and determination against some of the most challenging odds that life has to throw at them. So really, it becomes a matter of selecting the best among the best, rather than there's no winners or losers in this awards. It's just selecting the greatest of the great in the entire process. And that's the unenviable but extremely important role that the jury members had to go through. And I really must thank the jury members for their, I would say, diligence and focus in arriving at the final selection. I would also like to thank the extremely good work done by all members of Ability Foundation and Cavinkare team who worked tirelessly for the last 3 months or 4 months to actually get everything together. In fact, more than 3-4 months, ever since the awards were rolled out, etc., to source all the nominations. And the nominations came from across the country, almost 22 states, across the country, over 22 states. And so a lot of work has actually gone behind the scenes for enabling this. And I also like to take a moment to thank my colleagues from EY, Suresh Babu and Sai Rohit, who have worked with the team to ensure the processes being met into the spirit. And I would also like to thank the jury members for their really careful deliberation and making sure that
Give Joel a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He will be joined on the stage by Ati Veerapandian, a contemporary Indian artist who has made a name for himself in the art world for his remarkable abstract paintings. He has won numerous awards, including the Tamil Nadu State Academy Award in 1997 and the Regional Lalit Kala Academy Award for painting in 1992. His art is very recognizable for the style and character. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. T. Ati Veerapandian. And finally, taking the center spot Kalaimamani Anil Srinivasan. He is a pianist, a composer, and an educator. The first pianist to be awarded the State Award in 2019. The first pianist to be awarded the Central Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 2009. He donates all his music earnings to charity, and he has been associated with the Ability Foundation for over a decade. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Kalaimamani Anil Srinivasan.
Good evening.
He will be joined on stage by Krishna Kishore.
Thank you, Gary. I was just about to say that. Thank you all. And congratulations to all the winners of the Ability Awards. For the performance today, where it's music going on with live art, Kishore and I will be playing blindfolded for two reasons. One, we don't want to distract them. We don't want them to distract us. We don't want to distract you, or we don't want you to distract us. We just wanted to be pure music. Also because I am the patron trustee of Jnana Darshan, which is a home for the visually disabled, for which I do almost all my earnings go towards them. So for both reasons, both of us are going to be playing blindfolded. We hope you enjoy this.
I've been associated with the Ability Foundation for the past 15 years. And it's such an inspiring initiation. Because all of us are moving in a very fast way in our lives. We have our own challenges. But when things like this happen, you know that there is progress in humanity, there's progress in evolution, there's progress in the meaning of life, which we live. When things which need to be done in this country is emphasized, it comes from the right people, there's a change which happens. For instance, access to buildings. I never knew that till I came to know that we need a special ramp. I didn't see that. Like now I keep seeing abroad when I go, oh, that's a ramp there. That building has access. And this I came to know only after, being with Ability Foundation and being reminded that we all have a job. So when I construct buildings now, there's always a ramp. KM has a ramp, the College of Music we have. And so, I think all of you, we're all ambassadors for greater human evolution. 27 years ago, our dear Jayashree ji had initiated Ability Foundation. With a vision, she didn't call it Disability Foundation, she called it Ability Foundation. And you see the intelligence, you see the purpose, you see the psychology behind it. That, incredible. I just, when I speak to her, I feel so inspired. And we all keep complaining about life. People, oh, they're so tough and doing this and doing that. And then when I meet her, I feel like, man, we need to learn so much from this lady. I've tried to be available as much as I could. I keep juggling with many things, and I try my best to attend the awards, be a part of the jury, and also communicate. And sometimes it's incredibly tough, and I think Ability Foundation is very kind. They let me go. Like now, I have to be in Hollywood for this nomination, so unfortunately I couldn't come. But my heart, my love, my prayers are all with Ability Foundation. I want to congratulate and give my sincere appreciation for Ability Foundation, Cavinkare, for giving these awards for the past 21 years. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations, Mr. Shankarama. Dr. Sushri Sarina. Congratulations. Mr. Rachit Kulshrestha. Congratulations. Ms. Vidya Kumari. Congratulations. Dr. Hassan Sahani. Congratulations to you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I would now like to invite back on stage Janaki to speak about our next set of awards as soon as the AV is done. So without much further ado, could we have the AV for the Mastery Awards, please?
Dr. Sushri Sarangi, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Dr. Sushri enrolled in medical school in the year 2011 to realize her childhood dream. But little did she know what was in store for her.
Since childhood, it has been a dream of mine to have stethoscope around my neck and tell people how to take medicine, how to heal wounds, and I'll be bossing them around. After entering the second year of MBBS in third semester, I unfortunately met with a road traffic accident which rendered me paralyzed below the neck. I was devastated.
Mr. George Rajkumar, President of South.
ಥರ್ಮೋಕೋಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಕೋಲ್
அது ரோடு செம்ம டேஸ்ட்
நல்லா குடிச்சிடணும்.
రండి పోతాం పోతా తింటాం
అది ఇది ఊటి రెండు సూపునా ఇదేనా సూప్ ఇది లస్కా అమెరికన్ లస్కా